River Falls has not been able to hit as much as they might want to, but they'll try to maybe improve that part of their game coming up.
Elmira has returned to the ice. And shortly, the River Falls Falcons will return. We will have the second period of play for you here from the Murray Athletic Center in Elmira.
I'd like to mention a few more of the sponsors for tonight's broadcast, brought to our viewers in River Falls, Hudson, and North Hudson by the Riverside Square. More four stores in one. Among our sponsors tonight are these Riverside Square businesses in River Falls: Checkers, Top Hat Video, Stevenson's, and the Pizza Hut.
I'd also like to pass along thanks here for the broadcast in Elmira here locally to some of the people who were kind enough to express their interest in NCAA championship hockey. Chemung Canal Trust Company, Elmira Bottling Company, Coca-Cola, and Brunt Motors, New York State Electric and Gas. Just four of many firms, businesses that expressed their interest in Elmira College hockey and put their support behind this team. Angelo will protect the goal to our right for this second period of play. 6 foot, 180 pound, 189 pound is listed as senior, but he's got to be down below that by the end of the season. Chris Hansen for River Falls will attempt to kill off an Elmira power play here at the top of the second period of play. A minute 20 remaining in the Soaring Eagles power play.
This is River Falls' Butch Cable and Gordy Hahn are up front for the Falcons, and this has been a very good penalty-killing unit for the Falcons. They have scored, both of them have scored about 9 or 10 power shorthanded goals for the Falcons this year. They're a great unit.
And Cable on the draw. Cable comes up with it across the Elmira blue line. Checked away. Chiapelli. Circling. Doherty up ice. Ahead to the blue line. Taken away. Albert clears it the length of the ice. Williams, corner. Williams stops. Checked. Up ice, Doherty. Zoronic. Pass blocked, recovers. Ridden off the puck. Williams, right point. Off the boards. Centering pass off the leg. Side of the cage. And clear to the right point. Nobody there. The length of the ice. Mangillo out of his cage. Williams picks it off the boards. Center ice pass too far. Back into the Elmira zone. Chiapelli. Near corner, Williams. Checked, recovers. Spins it around the boards. Dixon. Zoronic. With Doherty. Loses control and cleared to center ice. Racing for it. Scott winds up. Shot save. Just off the leg of Mangillo. Back to center ice. Dixon. Ridden off the puck. Off the boards. Chiapelli. Shovels it up the boards. Marinaro. Long backhander. Saved by Hansen. Swept to the boards. Fought for near corner. Marinaro. Centering pass. Knocked down. Hard check on the boards. River Falls. Picard keeping it in. Marinaro. Taken away. Griffith clears it. Moves it center ice. Marinaro. Didn't realize it was escaped from coverage. Shot saved by Hansen. Deflects it into the far corner. Picked up and cleared the length of the ice by the Falcons. Mangillo to Picard. As River Falls returns to full strength, Morrissey deflects it to the backboards. Hansen stops it. Elmira changing on the fly. Loose puck. center ice, open wing. And center ice, Hopwood. Off the stick of McDonald. The Falcons recover up the right wing. To the Elmira blue line. And taken away. Center ice. Picard cannot control. Stolen and cleared the length of the ice. And icing called on River Falls. Back in the circle to the right at goaltender Hansen. 1-0 score remains here in the second period of play. 16:55 remaining.
Falcons were able to kill that. Power play by Elmira, and they were able to outskate it. That must have helped them as they get back at even strength now.
Should be interesting to see too how Swarbrick's penalty will affect Elmira. He's a very important part of their power play, and centers their top line, so it'll hurt to have him out here for even the first half of this period.
At the misconduct penalty to Swarbrick. Puck carried in just across the blue line. A long shot by Hahn, deflected out of the ring.
See Rick Kozabak encouraging
Chris Hansen continues to play very, very well.
Yes, he does. You see Rick Kozabak, you see him on the bench encouraging his players. Hopefully he'll be able to go.
Puck is dropped. Cowan up ice. Taken away by Scott. To his left, Cable. Intercepted. Farley. Long shot. Save. Knocked out in front. Hansen for a moment. Back at center ice, Farley. To his left, Cowan. Long pass center ice to Felly. Deflects it Zoronic. Zoronic sweeps it to the board. Curry, right point. Farley shot off the leg. Faced in the far corner. Zoronic, side of the cage. Shot in front to Felly check. And back comes River Falls. Scott misses it just outside his own blue line. But picked up by Legault, left wing. Curry intercepts Zoronic, comes back for Elmira. Zoronic, far corner, stops. Ridden off the puck, recovers. Pass out in front. Williams shot. Off the body as he was checked. It came high in the air, appeared to be off his shoulder, and cleared the length of the ice. Icing indicated on River Falls' play call. A golden opportunity there for the Soaring Eagles.
This is an excellent play by Zoronic, who held the puck up and over by the boards and waited for Williams to come in from the blue line. Williams made a nice attempt, just couldn't get it in past the goaltender who slid out on him.
Chris Hansen again, came out to cut down the shot and was able to, the puck was just sailed wide. Somehow Elmira didn't score that time.
We have the replay there as you saw it. Griffith and Marinaro on the draw. Breaking out on right wing. Peregrine across the blue line, ridden off the puck. Back at center ice. Controlled by Best. Taken away, Elmira. Williams. Rink wide. Nelson. Up ice into the far corner. Knocked down by Best. Off the boards. Into the near corner. Berrigan, center ice. Williams breaks it up. He's decked. Griffith, centering pass. Nobody there. Kept in by River Falls. Nelson. Picked up by Berrigan. Right point. Best. Along the near boards. Big scramble for it. Griffith and Berrigan. And Elmira breaking out. Dumped to the River Falls backboards. Elmira changing on the fly. Center ice. Morrissey across the blue line offside. 14:36 remaining, second period of play. 1-0 Elmira leading River Falls.
A lot of nice open skating by both teams now out there. They're moving the puck well, moving it up and down the ice. Some good hockey being played right now.
Yeah, if you like a skating game, it's a much more interesting game than last night's. Doherty and Hammer on the draw. River Falls controls. Center ice. McReynolds slaps it to the backboards. Hopwood, Elmira. Near boards controlled by River Falls. Taken away up the left wing. Banis. Stop. Centering pass out in front. Shot. Oh, just wide. Hopwood keeps it in behind the cage. Loose in the corner. Hopwood knocks it down. Off the boards. Centering pass out in front. And taken away by River Falls. They break out quickly. Up the right wing. Into the near corner. Centering pass out in front. And back comes Elmira with a 2-on-1. Morrissey ridden off the puck. And back come the Falcons. All alone was Niles. And it's dumped to the Elmira backboards. Mongillo stops it behind his cage. Loose far boards, Morrissey. To center ice, picked off the boards by Solon. Solon across the blue line. Hahn out in front for a moment. Left point kept in. Behind the cage, Hahn racing for it. Off a body, and Elmira controlling. Chubb at center ice, across the blue line. Chubb in the corner. Behind the cage. Centering pass out in front, knocked down. Curry can't get a shot away. Back comes the Falcons, intercepted by Curry. Curry shot wide of the cage. Down goes an Elmira player, and we're going to have a penalty on River Falls. Another Elmira power play. 12:44 remaining in the second period of play. The Soaring Eagles lead the hockey game 1-0.
Right, I get the sense here that Elmira is playing like they know there's no tomorrow, and River Falls seem to be playing just waiting for a break, relying on good goaltending by Hansen, hoping to get a break and maybe pot one, where Elmira seems to be really taking the play to them.
The River Falls penalty killers will be Niles. Like Hammer, the forwards, and from the face-off, River Falls clear it the length of the ice. Back for it, Zoronic. Center ice, McDonald. To Marinaro. Behind the cage, Marinaro. Near corner, Haviland. The deep slot, far boards, long shot, off a leg, Marinaro. Carley. Marinaro. Marinaro, the centering pass blocked, kept in, Zoronic. Deep slot, Carley winds up, shot blocked by a sprawling defenseman. Loose in the slot, steered into the corner. Haviland. Play called for a hand pass. And the faceoff will come outside the River Falls.
Mike Haviland's very upset with that call, but it was the correct call for what I can see here. The referee did a good job of waiting until somebody did touch the puck, which happened to be Elmira, and therefore it's a hand pass.
Minute 12 remaining, Elmira power play. They lead the hockey game 1-0. 11:56 remaining in the second period of play. On the penalty kill for River Falls. Griffith, Shaft, Best, and Legou. Elmira controlling. Williams, Hopwood, swept into the corner, race for it. Knocked down, controlling. Into the near corner. Chappelli. Williams at the point, trying to keep it in. Does. Morrissey. And cleared to center ice. Williams across the blue line, offside. 39 seconds remaining in the first River Falls penalty, and another one called by officials Dan Murphy, John Gallagher. Hopwood
made so many, and Elmira has to start to capitalize on some of these power plays when they're just one man down. In this case, they're going to be two men down. Another thought, too, with Swarbrick out, he's had this to be a number of opportunities where he could have been in on the power play with that group. It's unfortunate, but we'll see if we can get one going here.
There were a number of two-man advantages, Jim, last night for Elmira, and River Falls beautifully killed off those opportunities.
Yeah, they did a very good job of doing that, and they've got another opportunity to do it now.
Zaronic at the point, shovels it along the boards. Down in front, a shot, a save by Hansen. Rebound shot, score! Oh, Chris Hansen made a beautiful save on the original shot. But his defense unable to clear the puck. Here's the replay.
He fanned on the first one and then was able to get a piece of the second one, but Hansen came up with another good save.
A minute and 15 remaining, Elmira power play.
Elmira's power play with that second goal, it seemed to really have lifted their confidence, and they're moving it up. They're getting their heads up, not shooting into a falling defenseman and holding it back. I think they continue to get a few more power plays.
Puck comes to center ice and sent into the Elmira zone off the far boards. Carley, Chappelli, 56 seconds remaining. Elmira power play. Loose puck center ice. Hahn swept into the Elmira zone. Chappelli checked by Hahn, recovers. Doherty high into the air and out of the ring. 41 seconds remaining, Elmira power play. 10:04 remaining, second period of play. We are coming to you from the Murray Athletic Center in Elmira, New York. It's called the Domes, 3 interconnected geodesic domes. This just one of them. Seating 3,400 people, but about 4,200 in here. And 3, 4, maybe even 500 of them are River Falls fans. Cleared to center ice. Williams falls down. Marinaro recovers. To McDonald out in front. Marinaro can't get a shot away as he's ridden off the puck. The centering pass loose at the side of the gate. Picked up and cleared the length of the ice. by Scott of River Falls. Williams picks it up. 10 seconds remaining. Elmira power play. Center ice play. Loose puck in the River Falls zone with 2 seconds remaining in the River Falls penalty. River Falls returns to full strength. Far corner, a shot saved by Hansen, and he covers the rebound. Reaches for his right knee. I think it was more a matter of balance.
Well, earlier this year, as our Falcon fans know anyway, Chris did miss about 3 weeks of the season with a knee injury. He had to have it scoped. He had that done during the summer, and he had to have it redone again during the middle of the season. He was able to come back for the Bemidji regular season game and kept the Falcons. And then that weekend, the Falcons won the NCAA title, and he's been playing very well since. But he has had problems with that knee, Troy.
Roy, this is a case now where Elmira's going to have to be careful because I think it's almost their turn to get a penalty, and I think the referees just are going to be watching out toward them.
Yeah, certainly Elmira has had all the chances. And River Falls is going to have to get an opportunity fairly soon. Are you saying they even things up every once in a while?
Oh, I just think it's human nature that they realize they've been calling a lot on River Falls, and it just happens too many times that way.
McReynolds centering pass off a stick. He recovers. McReynolds, side of the cage, out in front, off the side of the cage. Mangillo trying to fight for it, still in control. Behind the cage. Backboards, fought for. Off the near boards, right point, kept in. Solon, logo shot, score! We may be able to take a look at it.
I think it was top. He gets the puck from Darren Solon, has a little bit of trouble with it, and just puts it on net. And I don't know if it was deflected or anything, but Mangillo went down and it went over his left shoulder. That's an important one for the Falcons, as you all know. If it's 3-0, the next goal, and it's a 2-0 game. If Elmira gets it, it's 3-0. Could be all over. Here we see it again. There's a shot from the point, and it just eludes Mangillo. Falcons are back into it, 2-1.
8:31 remaining, second period. Elmira 2. River Falls 1. Williams dumps it. Best chasing it. Loose. Shot, score! Tragic defensive mistake by River Falls goaltender Chris Hansen. Came out of his cage, could not control the puck. And again, we may be able to take a look at it again. You'll see it when we do. 8:21 remaining, second period of play. Elmira 3, River Falls 1.
That was a case, Roy.
Center ice. Yes, we'll have a look at it in just a minute.
So I think has been having a good night all night long. He's had a couple opportunities that haven't gone in. There he's very alert. He was an opportunist. He made very sure of it and moved it into the back of the net.
3-1, Elmira over River Falls. Sent off the boards. Penis. Swarbrick. Fought for. Swarbrick in the slot. Left point Williams shot. Wide. Kept in. Behind the cage. Swarbrick checked. Morrissey there. Puck tied up. Soland and Morrissey a little shoving. 7:53 remaining.
That last goal, the Falcon goaltender Chris Hansen was trying to go behind the net, I think, to stop the puck, and it came off the boards, maybe at a little bit of a weird angle. The Falcons were aware of that as they came to practice for an hour or so earlier in the week, but that time they had caught out of position a little bit, and Elmira jumped on it and put it away.
They found that out, did they, Jim?
They sure did.
River Falls control. Center ice. Nick Reynolds. He had a good opportunity earlier. Mongillo stops it. Off the boards. Albert can't keep it in. Zanarek. Mid-slot. Left point. Back to center ice. Circles Zanarek. He sends it to the backboards. Picked up by O'Hara. To center ice. O'Hara across the blue line. Right wing. Loose puck behind the cage. McReynolds. McReynolds off the side of the cage and falling on into the crease by Mongillo.
McReynolds is a real big guy, Jim, but he has good movement. He's had a couple of opportunities in this game.
Yeah, he's right in the second period here. I think he's the Falcons' best player going into it right now. He was able to move the puck behind the net to Hammer, and Steve tried to do the turnaround, the wraparound, and Mongillo was equal to the task.
Hansen for River Falls. Chubb for Elmira on the faceoff. Hansen off his stick, high in the air, and gloved by Mongillo. Drops it. Chiapelli checked. Spun around the boards. Curry. Pressured by Best. By Hansen, rather. To center ice. Taken away by Soland. He's checked. Soland and Chubb tie it up. Whistle sounds. 6:37 remaining, second period. 3-1. Elmira leading the hockey game.
Right, this Chubb's line tonight, I think they started right from the opening whistle. They started coming at River Falls, and I think that's probably one of the reasons that Coach Tamara started them, is that very aggressive. They move on the puck quickly, and they really make some things happen. Coach Tavares has just done an exceptional job with his team this year, and I can't say enough for that. And the whole team just has really come together. They've done a tremendous job.
Puck is controlled by River Falls up the right wing. Soland. Soland across the red line. Chases it. Lets it go behind the cage. Trying to move it out in front is Scott. Chases it near corner. Right point. Play called. Now we're going to have coincidentals again, or just one? Gordy Hahn heads for the penalty box. And just the one. Well, another power play opportunity for Elmira. I don't know. They certainly have, you were saying, Brian McCutcheon, that things ought to be evened up somewhere along the line. It certainly hasn't happened yet.
Well, I don't know if I would call it evening up. I think a lot of the penalties they've called, they deserve them, but it just, referees tend to get this thing in their mind that they're going to take turns calling penalties. Fortunately for Elmira, and again, that was deserved, so I don't mean it that way.
Oh, I wasn't serious. Of course they don't even things up. Totally objective. Puck deflects into the crowd. 6:04 remaining in the second period of play. 1:43 remaining in another Elmira power play. We don't have exactly how many power play opportunities Elmira has had in this game. Many to few is what we can honestly say.
Mongillo's out at center ice asking for something.
Killers. We have a little conversation going on here. Apparently Mongillo is complaining about something. Elmira goaltender Mongillo complaining about something going on in the crowd.
I think Mongillo maybe feels that some of the River Falls fans over down at his end maybe are throwing some articles at him. I'm just guessing at that, but he seems to be pointing up there, and the referee has come over to make an announcement, I believe. Well,
apparently there is someone doing some videotaping across the way and using a fairly bright light to illuminate the taping, and they're saying, nope, kill the lights. Should make clear it's not one of ours. It's somebody just doing some taping.
Right, they're doing, they're interviewing some fans over there, and that's exactly it. I think the light is bothering Tony. It's none of the River Falls fans are bothering the ice or anything like that. It's just they're trying to get that camera out of there.
Well, after that discussion, we'll get back to the ice. Started to give you the penalty killers for River Falls. It'll be Scott on the draw, punches it to center ice. Williams, Elmira, and across the blue line, stops, drops it in the corner. And tied up in the corner, face off to the right of goaltender Hansen. A minute and 28 remaining. Elmira power play. Now, River Falls changes their penalty killers. On come Albert and O'Hara defensively. Schaff and Griffith, the forwards. Griffith lines up for the face-off. On the River Falls penalty kill, Williams, Elmira, left point. Behind the cage. Checked. Into the near corner. Williams to Swarbrick. Back to Williams. Williams toward the cage. Shot off the pad and cleared by the River Falls defense, and then cleared the length of the ice. 1 minute remaining. Elmira power play. Elmira leading the hockey game 3-1 with 5:15 remaining, second period of play. River Falls breaking up the Elmira rush and clear it the length of the ice. Chappelli behind his own cage. Flicks it off the boards. Broken up and taken away by River Falls Hammer into the far corner. Niles broken up, and back comes Elmira. Chappelli. This is Swarbrick. Offside. 4:41 remaining, second period. 20 seconds remaining. Elmira power play.
Hammer and Niles doing a good job for the Falcon penalty killing unit right there, Roy. They were bottled it up a little bit over there and had a chance, but the puck just snuck away from Steve Hammer at one point.
River Falls seems to have done an excellent job. 5-on-4 situations, and obviously the 5-on-3 are very, very difficult to kill. So I think overall their penalty killing does an extremely good job.
Scott, Cable, Lagoo, and Soland. River Falls penalty killers. Scott and Marinaro line up. Controlled by Elmira. Hopwood to the corner, slaps it. Chased by McDonald and taken away by Soland. Center ice to Scott. Scott across the blue line. Shot! Oh, just off the side of the cage. Scott, farboards chases it. Comes to center ice as River Falls returns to full strength. With 4:13 remaining in the second period of play. A two-goal lead from ice. Scott out in front. Shot just off the glove of Mangillo. To center ice. Lagoo sends it back in the Elmira zone, and back come the Soaring Eagles. Hopwood across the blue line. Held up by Lagoo. The crowd roaring for a penalty. There will be none. Carley for Elmira in his own zone off the boards. Carley picks it up. Came right back to him. Sweeps it into the Elmira zone. Backing up for it. Soland. Soland picks it up. Looks up ice. Soland carries up ice across the red line. Dumps it to the Elmira backboards. Wisconsin changing on the fly, and a shot deflected just wide of the cage. Tied up at the backboards, comes loose. Centering pass off a leg. Comes all the way back to the blue line. Kept in by Best. Dumps it behind the cage. Fought for in the corner. Best waiting at the point. Gets it into the point. Takes a shot deflected wide. Chasing in far corner is Shaft, taken away by Elmira. Comes to the blue line and across goes Doherty. Can't get a shot away. Fought for at the deep slot. Down goes Carley on a check from Shaft. Puck sent to the backboards. Knocked out in front and cleared by Best to the far corner. Picks it up himself and just sweeps it to center ice. Picard for Elmira. Knocked down at center ice by Doherty. Long shot. Saved by Hansen. Rebound to Best. He circles. Looks up ice. Flicks it off the boards. Bursting up the right wing is Hammer. Hammer in the corner. Drop pass. Controlled by Berrigan, and back comes Elmira. They just dump it to center ice. Chappelli up the left wing into the zone. Chappelli ridden hard off the puck, and back come River Falls. The Falcons up at the blue line and across. Hammer, loose out in front. Can't get a shot away. McReynolds, a backhand shot, loose in the slot. And cleared to center ice by Elmira. With a 2-on-1, breaks Chubb. Chubb left wing, pass out in front, shot, score! Dave Chappelli gives Elmira their 4th goal on a 2-on-1 with Darren Chubb. A good pass. Look at this pass from Chubb. Right across to Chappelli. Boom.
That was just a great play, but you know where that started, Roy? Was back inside Elmira's zone where Mike Nelson gave that second effort, poked the puck out, caught River Falls with one man back. Chubb burst down the left side, made a great pass to Chappelli. Chappelli one time did high enough over the goaltender's pass. Just a great play.
A minute and 49 right from the faceoff. Long shot is saved by Mongillo, and the puck goes out of the rink. A minute and 57 remaining, second period. Jim, it's a completely... Wait for you to get the cans on there.
It's a completely different game tonight. And it's a kind of game that those 2-on-1s, for example, the 2-on-1 that Elmira just had last night, it was Wisconsin. A number of 2-on-1, 3-on-2, 3-on-1.
Hard to explain. I guess I don't have anything to explain it. Elmira's just moving very well. They're moving the puck, and they're getting the opportunities. They're making it happen.
Scott fighting for it. Back come the yellow-shirted Soaring Eagles. Center ice. Scott across the blue line. Deep slot is Cable. Checked away. Scott showing a good deal of hustle. To center ice. Off a stick. Sent back in the Elmira zone. Delayed offside. Elmira controlling. Carrying to center ice. Swarbrick. Swarbrick sweeps it to the backboard. Spins around the boards into the corner. Checked by Legou. Puck comes loose. Scott to center ice to Hahn. Hahn ridden off the puck as he had Solon breaking on the right wing, and Elmira dumps it to the River Falls backboards. They break out. Up the right wing comes Gordy Hahn. Ahead to Scott. Aaron Scott across the blue line, ridden to the boards, and a roar from the crowd. Scott intercepts. I beg your pardon. A long shot saved by Mongillo. As taking the shot was Chris Nelson. Play called as Mongillo covers up. Both teams starting to show a lot of skating. Elmira has skating room, and now people like Aaron Scott and Gordy Hahn in this last play by the last rush by River Falls. The play is opening up a good deal.
A great deal, and it's very surprising at this stage of the period, the last couple of minutes of the period, because you think it'd be a little closer checking than that, but apparently not.
48 seconds remaining in the second period of play. A 4-1 lead for Elmira. And Soaring Eagles break out. And cleared right back to center ice. Almost the length of the ice. Icing waved off. Picked up in the slot. Best waiting, or Hansen rather, waiting for a shot. Chases to the far boards. Kept in. Left point. O'Hara. Shot off a leg. Back at center ice. Banas for Elmira. Banas pushed back behind the cage. His centering pass taken away. by Nelson. Sent to center ice. Swarbrick sweeps it right back into the River Falls backboards. As the buzzer sounds to end the second period of play. We'll be taking a pause on down the line in just a moment. After the first period, the score was Elmira run, River Falls nothing. And after 2 periods of play, Elmira leads the hockey game 4-1. We're between periods 2 and 3. We'll be back in just a moment. This is NCAA Championship Hockey.